live. We're live. You're live. Okay. I debated doing this podcast because nobody likes, no, because I already know how this is going to met with, but it's so important, you guys. So I have to do it because I have way too much knowledge, man. Look, I have watched Essence. Go Essence, Dave. I have watched for 5 decades the devolution of our culture, reality. And the reason it's been so obvious to me is because the same father that raised me, that I've told you so much about, I still have a memory of him. 1960. I was embarrassed. In fact, I was fucking humiliated. Why is my dad up there crying about the movies that he, why is my dad up? It's 1966, folks, where it was clean. Okay, that's why I started, and I've noticed. That's okay. I've noticed. History is filled with what we're going through. The Roman Empire is the greatest example. The ebb and flow of life. Okay, civilizations have come and gone. Look at the United Kingdom. They used to own the world. Now they're a little island. Sorry, Lolly, but that's the truth. Well, they still own the world. The British pound, pretty much. The Rothschilds, they own the world. They're British. How do I know this? Because I read. Here's what's going on. So knowing that, and it's been documented. If you want to go look at it, the United States, it's down to the year almost. Okay, so I've watched for 5 decades as movie deep. Look, it started. I saw it. The rock and roll, the Zeppelin, the Beatles returned to drugs. 70s, Deep Throat, Linda Lovelace. In every home. Everybody knew Linda. Why? 70s and then 80s VHS, more sex in the homes, more license, more Gordon Gecko greedy. Not, you know where I'm going. Okay. Today, I don't even recognize my own children. I told my wife, I divorced myself. I have 5 children. C'est la vie, baby. Bye-bye. And this is what the culture has done. All of them were raised by 2 strong Christian parents, went to church, Christian pastor across the street. They bought it. It's too powerful, man. Media, you hear about it all the time. Well, I'm on it right now. We're all on it. They're on it, but they're doing a different thing. Okay? God is gone. Gone. Let's go. Let's go. Currently, this nation used to be God-fearing. Now it's godless, God-hating. Shook to 180. So while as society's doing a 180, we're getting. You need to see yourselves from a larger perspective. That's what this is about. I didn't give this a title. Damn it. Wow. So here's what's going on. I'm going to share with you that it looks as if this is similar to Sodom and Gomorrah and Lot. And just trust me, I have been on the phone because of where God has placed me for the last 20 years in business, finance. I've come across a lot of people, man. Every single person on this planet. I've read the story about Lot. God, if there's just 50 righteous men, don't destroy. He's bargaining with God. God's telling Lot, talking to a man, so I presume that's normal. God's telling Lot, Sodom's gone, baby. Gay guys coming. Gay guys. It's all there. Why don't we open our eyes? Gay men wanting to get in, and it's all there. And God said, no, man, don't destroy. Him and his wife. He says, he couldn't. He goes, got 10 men. Couldn't find 10. I think he got down to 5. That is exact. And then Lot and his wife left, and God said, don't look back. And listen to this. It's important. Josephus is a Jewish historian. A Jewish historian. Well, the last wife turned to pillar saw it. A Jewish historian. You may not get this. Go read Josephus, his Jewish history. Wrote about Lot's wife, pillars, standing there. When that, whatever, 3,000 years ago, folks. Hello. Okay, now let's get to the basics of what's going on. We are being punished. We are Sodom and Gomorrah. You know it, and I know it. Look at the deprivation. If you're over 50, and some of you aren't. But yeah, at my age, you guys, I got you by a decade. Um, ladies of Zion, I got you by more like 13 years and life experience. I'm going to just suggest, yeah, a lot. You can ask Mrs. I don't want to sit there and go, so that being the case, this is where we are. Let me give you a little bit of, and this is going to bore the shit out of you, but please listen 5 minutes. Please listen. This is current events. I share that we all live in two worlds, spirit world, physical world. All we've been doing is delving into the spirit world, spirit, the mind, meta world. Let's come back. Where are we on the planet right now? This is so important to us because that's potentially what's happening. What if God has looked at us because of that platform? Let me just essence. So the United States is a debtor nation, meaning the last time Kennedy wanted to bring us back whole, and they shot him. The one before that was Andrew Jackson. He got us, in the black again. But we're a debtor nation. We have to, in order to create our own money, we have to sell our debt. This is going to sound stupid, but I'm just going to move fast through it. So we've been selling in order for us to survive. You look at a United States Federal Reserve note. It's not a fucking note. It's backing nothing. A note is you own a deed to a house. There's the house collateral. There's the car. Federal Reserve note. It's me. It's all these big symbols. Everybody's all afraid. We're nothing. We're not. The United States has nothing. We have nothing but 27 trillion. Now it was 20 when Donald got in. I'm not worried about it because we all agree on. I am inflation. I am a little worried about it. I am a little worried about it because you see inflation. Hamburger used to be, and now eggs. It's okay. We're good. We're going to be fine. Just know through this. So I've been in the spirit. So now, in order for us to survive over the last 50 years, we got after Vietnam, we got cozy technology, and we started moving and grooving. Listen, we were founded as a godly nation. China, communists, China, CCP. Okay, CCP. They're a communist. They don't know. They don't believe in God. Did you hear did you understand that? Do you know what that even means? You probably don't. North Korea. Let's start. So we got into bed with them. I could tell you so much, but I'm not going to tell you because it's boring. You want to get back to your dress. I understand. It's all right. Here we go. So they start making all of our manufacturing. You've heard this, and it's true. Everything you look at, every fucking thing you look at, made in China, made in China. Okay, they own us. They own us. We own $3 trillion, and they make everything that we use physically. Okay, that's not a good thing. So let me share something else with you. Something else is important culturally between us and the communists. I'll use Japan as an example. I'm going to presume that China's the same way. In the United States, yeah, we look ahead next week, next month. Listen, businessmen in China, Sanyo, Honda, they have a 100-year business plan. I know you're like, what? Well, go read. Yeah, they look ahead 100 years. I say this, watch. That means China does too. They're our landlord. They see where we're headed. They see where our military industrial complex. We can kick some ass. We've been the macho cock of the block. We're going down. It's over. I'm going to limit saying that. I said it once. I won't say it again. All you have to do is just go read and listen to what I'm saying. The cause, watch the debt that we gave lazy. Okay, terrible with money, man. We're just so bad. Let's go. Since they have that long-term consciousness thinking, just like the terrorists when they started with the World Trade Center. What year was that? 96, 90. I don't know. Like way before they did that. Okay, that's what I want to share with you is going on with China. And listen, in 2008, I accept as true because nobody ever told us what was 2008 all about. but it almost then it almost destroyed us. Watch, that was China's first shot across the bow. I'm going to start at 2004, and I can bring up the video. The Democrats are the party of dirty evil. They are. I mean, I'm not saying that they're just terrible. They're bad, man. Goddamn. And so in 2004, when Alan Greenspan, I know this is going on real well. Alan Greenspan. There was when remember Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac? They were the government GSE institution that did all the mortgages. 2000. This is 2004. They were a black guy. Franklin Raines was their CEO, and there was some smoke, and so I don't know who sent them in, but I think the Republicans sent them in. The Oversight Committee, an Oversight Committee, meaning a governmental body was sent in to check out the books at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac because the real estate market was starting to heat up because Alan Greenspan was dropping the rates down to nothing, cause and effect. All right, so there's this congressional hearing where OFA is the head of he's sitting there. If you saw this, you would know what's going on, what's wrong. And it was before the Black Caucus, and Franklin Raines is black, and OFA goes, "Hey man, it's basically," he said, "Franklin Raines is a criminal, and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac is dirty." That was their report, and in this video, 2004, you can watch the Democrats just fry reality. Maxine Waters, well, I think Franklin Raines is doing a great job. I can go research and find the fucking video if you want. It's move ahead 4 years later, 2008, September 17th, $500 billion is sucked out. How is that possible? The Chinese have a direct, because they're our landlord. You don't think they've cut a deal? We can get our fucking money, do balloon payments, fucking A. Well, that's what happened. Listen, George Bush was so wrong. I had dreams about George Bush. I saw him one time with North Korea. He had his back against the wall in a dark tunnel or in a stadium or something, and he was scared shitless about that little Kim shit over there. It was a dream. 2000. So what does George Bush do? You know, I'm going to say, just believe me, the Chinese do what they do, and they sucked $500 billion out in like 10 minutes. And the senators running across the street to shut it down, Federal Reserve. And they shut it down. Well, you know what happens next. You never got an explanation, but it almost destroyed our system. The Chinese back then, they said, they showed us, we can destroy you. And none of us, okay, what we saw was, Hank Paulson, his treasury, Hank Paulson and JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, all these fucking big wigs, financial guys. Oh, what are we going to do? Oh, let's throw tarp and it was all bullshit. It was at a time when our real estate market was like hot as you could fog a mirror. And the Chinese destroyed. They took our real estate market out and they destroyed people's credit. Now, that was then. You refute what I just said. Nobody can. Now, that's long-term thinking. Now let's move. Now they watch. They're still, everything's still business as usual. And all of a sudden, here comes Donald. He's a prudent guy. I've watched this guy. You've heard this. I used to deliver fuel to his airlines in the 80s. I've been watching Donald for fucking 30 years. So back off. He's not a demon. He's not Satan. Okay. Everything you're seeing is bullshit. And so he comes along, prudent. He knows how to run business. He's the first president businessman. And he comes in and he goes, hey, we can't continue. And he says, China, we got to slow you down. We got to slow you down. How amazingly coincidental that within, I don't know, a few short window period of time, suddenly a fucking terrorist virus is unleashed from wherever. And here we go. That was there. When Trump did that, in the fullness of time, it's time for us to take over the world. And if you think that that's not exactly what is happening, watch. They let unleash the pandemic. They sit and wait. Our schools are closed. Our churches are closed. We are paralyzed completely. Then Joe Biden doesn't have a chance. I've watched politics since I was fucking 6. Barry Goldwater. I didn't like his name. I've watched Trump events, just watching what's going, just to watch. Okay, what's going on? And Biden events. Biden had no one at his events. Trump had him. Biden did not win. Okay, suddenly go look. Mail-in ballots got fucking Joe Biden elected and faulty software. Go fucking look. China just pulled a fucking coup. What are you going to do about it? Anybody that has half a brain that has been following like I have knows. I've asked several. I stopped going to the store. A gal that I've known, Susie Smart. Susie, my age, she's walking. Her back is to me. I'm convertible. My top's down. Susie! I yell at her. Benny's, no, Susie! She comes walking. I go, what, bitch, what is going on? I can talk to her that way. I can talk to her. I've known her for 30 years. Neighbor, what in the fuck? I said, let me tell you. And I said, she goes like this. No words. Dentist. Or I went to because he sucked teeth. I want to get him. The dentist, and I go, and they're both. Everybody knows we are not the United States any longer. That being the case, we're protected. God's got our back. Trust me. But the future, you guys, what's today, Sunday? This week is supposed to be hot. When I say hot, just keep your eyes open. Now, again, this is all, I'm talking about the material world. It's going away. It's like the old is going. What we're witnessing is, the old, all this. We should not be using petrol fuels. Okay, the old, including the perception of Christ as you are the sinner. Everything's, and we're a big part of this. I'm not a shrinking fucking violet, man. In case you didn't notice, I'm just warming the fuck up. What are you doing? And I'm not shitting you. When I get all 8 cylinders going, that sounded kind of, God, I don't want to sound that way. When God is ready, how about that? Take my fucking ego and rip my face off. When God, this is big. It's big because you see it now, all right? The world, the United States is gone. He took it away from us. God did this, okay? We were a godless nation. Godly nation. 5 decades, 6 decades, godless. Bye-bye. We've been taken over by communist China. Anybody wants to refute, discuss, chat, debate, you fucking call me, okay? I'm ready. I'm prepared. You fucking call I don't deal in gray. Never. I'm not a gray guy. I'm black and fucking white. 1, 2 plus 2 is 4. I'm married. I will not sleep with another. I will not stick my cock. Decency, civility. You guys, we're in Sodom and Gomorrah. When I go for a walk, friendly guy, and just zombies coming, and they don't even acknowledge. Oh, they're fine. The world is insane. Tomorrow I'm going to do the basics of because I think there's some scattered shit. Tomorrow on the podcast, I hope you just got what I understood. Again, it's sad. It's terrible. 19 minutes. I'm getting longer and longer. God took the United States away. It's gone. It's gone. We are owned by CCP, China, communist, whatever. Think about that. I want you to think about you trust me. I'm no dumbass. Okay. I wish I could do a Vulcan mind and just let you see what's behind me, what I've done for 30 fucking years, and what gives me settle down. What gives me the qualifications to tell you what I just did? They're our landlord. Imagine you're the landlord of the United States, your communist country. We make everything for you, and we allow you to function. Hello? They just said nope, but they not just us. They unleashed it to the entire. They're taking. They're gonna this. They're trying to take over the entire world. One more thing before I close. China's going to have to pay for what they did. Okay, it should be. I said 6 nukes, boop 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 boop, and just wipe them out. There you go. That's what's in play. Be advised. Get your ramen noodles. I say that, but who cares? Let's just watch it with our popcorn, have fun. That's what we're supposed to do, and and share and raise our vibrations and be close to God because we are godly people. He knows it. That's why we're all together, in a world of Sodom. But we all know it's a world of Sodom. You're all going, oh yeah, it's majorly. I've seen it. I've watched. Lolly's seen it. Mrs. seen it. Swan's seen it. Just you guys are young guys, man. Young ladies. Fucking Lilac. You haven't seen dick. Not a pejorative. It's your age. I'm twice your fucking age, man. I've seen the '60s, the '70s, the '80s, the '90s, and then you were born. A lot happened for you. I visited the White House. There's 25,000 troops right now in D.C., 20 minutes away from me. See a problem? A little bit. Love ya. Bye-bye.